If you're joining us here on the B stream, of course, welcome. There is a C and an A stream, so just keep all of them open. This is going to be an exciting game and maybe a confusing one as well. Looks like mibr starting on the CT side and Cloud9 on the T side, and they're not slowing down at all. They're really fast right off the bat, rushing catwalk towards the B bomb site. They've taken so much map control in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, they really have. And look at this, close up to the smoke. Stu on the other side of it, automatic. Once called them one of the most powerful duos that we had in Counter-Strike, split on opposite teams. It's been some time, but a chance to go head-to-head. Kio's going to turn the corner. Stewie's waiting, but that's a great reaction. That's going to open up the A bomb site. All that's left is to retake. mibr cannot fight for this site. They're going to have to win on the retake if if Cloud9 do commit.
Bit of a mystery, isn't it, why Kiyoshima was a lone agent for that long, why nobody picked him up. He's obviously a great player. Tarek will have taken out Flusher in the meantime, and now it's back into a 4-on-4. Let's just see how this works out. Still got 50-some seconds on the clock, and considering how quick they were to take this mid control, it's kind of a little bit weird that they haven't managed to move on from this, because this is such a great position to be in.
It's interesting that they stopped themselves. They got that kill up towards top connector. That was Kiyoshima in through window, and then they just kind of fell away from it. He still controls this portion of the map, which is huge, but I guess the play that's being made is Tarek. He's so pushed up, and that makes it really difficult to kind of adjust and go back towards the A bomb site for Cloud9. Really interesting to see what they're going to do, and instead they're just going to split into this B bomb site. Kio's going to hold down the fort.
That's a great shot from Cold Syrup. Taking on Refresh, who's obviously... It's a great opportunity for him to play here on Cloud9 in Lisbon. Cold Syrup landing one more headshot, and Swag. I mean, we've got so many new players on this lineup, on both lineups, that we can't really even get to talk about it, can we? Kiyoshima now walks right into three players waiting for him, no chance at all, and he's going to get taken down. Cold Syrup with a triple kill, and that's a great start for mibr.
Yeah, and you have to feel like I don't mind the slowdown so much, but it did feel like they slowed it down far too much, because that gave the defense so much time to kind of recover from getting picked off up towards connector, up towards jungle area, and able to readjust and kind of figure things out. Tarek was able to pounce in his advanced position as well. 1-0 for mibr. It's weird to think that mibr, you can't really call them the Brazilians anymore, can you? At least for this tournament.
At least for this tournament, you're right.
This is like got to be one of the stranger matchups in terms of roster. Cloud9 with two Swedes, with Kiyoshima, or excuse me, with just the one, as Golden's still not able to make it.
Yeah, we've kind of we've gone to a strange place with these two lineups here. Good thing is there's so much potential, right, in all of the regions now that it's almost impossible that there isn't going to be some kind of great core coming out of all of this. Wonderful aim for Tarek, and look at him follow it up. Not really under any pressure, in fact. Oh, styling on Refresh. He's not going to love that at all, is he?
It's a nice welcome to the pros moment. He gets a bit of a notice from Fallen. But yeah, Swag coming in is obviously a very exciting one of the hottest prospects in NA, one of the first hot prospects in NA for some time, and obviously some of those issues have kind of hampered his career. But it's cool to see him get to play. Obviously, we always do like to see that.
Yeah, we had a whole era named after him, Moses. If I believe.
Swag era?
No, I meant Tarek.
Oh, Tarek.
Yeah, the Swag era got caught really short. But,
so did the Tarek era. They had a couple. He had a good couple months, capped off with a major win, and then that was all gone.
I was almost shocked to see Swag at the hotel, because I remember him as being like a little kid, and now he's like...
He's all grown up, isn't he?
He's all grown up. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Third round, though, and we do have AKs on the board, which is no surprise at all. Cloud9 looking to hit that B-bomb side really quickly. Yeah,
Tarek's going to have a huge job to do, because his teammate, Cold Zera, on Catwalk, actually, I believe in the ladder room, he's not going to be able to help out, but the entry through the Molotovs, Rush takes a little bit of damage, hasn't been able to find anything. Tarek's playing this so passive, he gets the first, there's no trade for some time. He's got a chance. He's got a chance to do more, but Cold Zera's going to bail him out.
He's just buying so much time, still alive on the bomb site, and they still need to find him somehow. One more kill comes in. That's a beautiful defense from Tarek. Just getting the first kill, then staying alive for an additional 10 or 15 seconds. Bought enough time for Cold Zera to get there. Now it's a 2-on-3 with the bomb down, but Cloud9 can't really reposition themselves all that much. They're kind of stuck in position after the bomb plant, and that's going to make it very hard to defend this. Flusher goes aggressive, in fact. What a play coming out. One more headshot, taking down Swag. He fought his way out, and it's going to be Fallen to go down last. I can't believe they fought their way out. It's the two European players coming out for Cloud9 there, but That was very difficult. I think Flusha almost had to go aggressive for that to work.
He really did, and obviously we know Flusha is going to be one of the most talented, one of the most impactful players we have in Counter-Strike in those clutch moments down the stretch. Now, Stewie got a little bit crazy through that smoke, and I'm just going to tell you right now, you're going to see a lot of that. That's kind of what makes this matchup so exciting. We obviously know the reports that came out. MIBR, this is one of those tournaments where it's very weird to judge how they're going to play, because you do feel that there's no pressure because they know there's changes that are going to be made.
Yeah.
And you just know that they can just play very, very loose. On the other hand, if they play too loose, it can be a slaughter, and that's nice from Rush. Trying to get aggressive on a round where MIBR backs against the wall in terms of their economy. They will be reset if they lose this. Rush shuts it down before it can even really begin, and this should be a little bit easier for Cloud9 from here.
A good angle to be holding if you're Rush against, I think, a pistol on the other side, so he should be just fine there. Yeah, Fallen even the C set 75. He should be winning that battle on the T side, so fourth round looking very good right now for Cloud9. That means they can maybe equalize the score and just start to put some pressure on the MIBR team. I think you're right, and I think to some extent the same thing almost applies for Cloud9 in terms of, you know, having a refresh here, not having gold, and Q, like it's all over the place, isn't it?
I think the difference would have to be that Cloud9 know that at least 4 of these players are, well, you would think 4 of these players are going to be in the lineup. Coldzera just barely gets away, getting tagged in the fire. It's unfortunate that they haven't been able to actually play with Golden and get their real lineup, you know, really clicking it in action together. But they do kind of, you know, it's not so much that they know this team is going to blow up is the scary part. This is a Cloud9 that you do want to see some good things out of, because there is still a lot of question marks about how the Swedes and the Frenchmen are going to handle it. Swag with an opening kill, and he's going to be able to buy time as well.
Goes back around the corner, UMP. Not that much stopping power when there's 3 people turning the corner all at once, but he did give it a pretty good shot. Good flashbang to set up that kill for Fallen. He's, well, they're both 1 bullet away. I can't even believe he got the double kill. Even that was too much to really hope for. Now Coldzera. So almost no time here. 3 seconds. They need that bomb plant, and he can't interrupt it. They do get it just in the last second, but if he had peeked, he would have gone down anyway, so I don't think there really was a correct way to play that. He's going to get 1 more kill. I really can't believe that they're still in this. More damage being output. This should not even be close. They should have won this round a couple of seconds ago, at least. Well, 10, 20 seconds ago there, Cloud9. That was very scary.
That was, and that's a great flashbang from Coldzera back from CT spawns those stairs over towards to protect Fallen. Even though Fallen gets blinded, buys him the time to kind of readjust. They couldn't find him quick enough. This is what should have made this round much, much easier. A 5-on-3 right at the start. You have so much time to play with. You have so much map control. But a good stack by MIBR, realizing 2 low HP players, Swag as well. Just get all 3 players over at a bomb site, an early warning system, and see what happens. 2-2. Cloud9 obviously realizing the pressure in terms of what MIBR can fight with is going to be lessened. So 2 MAC-10s to lead the way, fast towards this B bomb site, no resistance as well.
Yeah, this is going to feel great, isn't it? Just finding an empty bomb site, and they're going to get the bomb plant for free. They did lose a MAC-10, but don't really care that much about that.
No,
It'll be fine.
They won't care at all. Smoke does go down. At least Flusha got that off. Going to make it difficult. Rush missed the timing of the player coming through the smoke. That could be a kill, and it is from Tarek. Rush might be a little bit frustrated. Still going to be just so difficult. Automatic holding down the fort with the op. Almost gets the follow-up. He's just got to make sure he survives with this AWP. Fallen pressuring him quite a bit, and Automatic sticking around. He has an escape route. Ooh, but he's got to get there, and Fallen keeping him pinned in. That's a great kill. That's actually a huge find, although Refresh going to be able to pick up that off right at the end.
Yeah, bomb wasn't really far enough along, but still, that's some persistent play coming out of Fallen. That would have been annoying if they'd lost almost $5,000 to just that 1 USP. I've got to be honest as well. I think both these teams, as much fun as it is watching them play each other, I think the real stress factor for this tournament is going to be when they play some of the more established teams that, you know, that sort of aren't necessarily making any roster changes or anything else like that, because they're going to be so unpredictable, right? Yeah. Now, I feel like now we've got opposite ways unpredictability here, which is like a little bit hard to deal with. But if they end up facing, you know, Na'Vi or Astralis later on, I think that's going to be very interesting.
Very well could be. There's some good kills from Swag and Fallen, who does drop in the end, but Swag's still alive on A ramp with the bomb, and there's no one on that side. There's no one actually at the T ramp coming from T spawn to be able to pressure this. So Cloud9 is kind of frozen at the moment. Once Refresh goes down, what do they really have? They're boxed in with nowhere to go. It's going to be a battle no matter where they choose to move, and a battle that they're going to lose. Kiyoshima with the MAC-10 isn't even going to provide any resistance. All tied up.
That's a very smart play from Swag, wasn't it? Throwing that smoke behind him. Once he knew, he was just like, all right, just going to smoke this off and it'll all be fine.
For those who might be new to Counter-Strike as well and maybe didn't see Swag at his heyday, he was immense skill when he was younger back in the day, and obviously still has most of that, but he was a very smart player as well. He's like wily, I guess is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Very weird. I played against him in the early days of CSGO, and he's one of those players where like his movement is just a little bit off compared to the most, so you can never really tell how he's going to take a peek, when he's going to take a peek, where he's going to go next.
It's always been fun watching him play. Pistols on the T side, and Stewie maybe could have fallen back after that double kill, but he was feeling, you know, really hungry for it. Just wanted to get on that scoreboard.
Yeah.
I guess that is important, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice when you hit tab and you don't see a 0 next to your name.
I wouldn't know, Moses.
Yeah, sure.
Don't experience that.
Well, all that's really left is to mop this up. Been a pretty hectic start, pretty back and forth.
Let's see. Fallen here. Don't lose the AWP. Don't really care what else they do. I mean, right now they're hoping for one of these deagles to land a headshot on somebody. Maybe they could do a bit more damage to that CT side economy. Setting up for a bit of a surprise. Gonna get some help from the window, and that will clear up the round, no problem. So, a job well done on the mibr side. Not losing too many players. Certainly helped them out later on.
I actually think this is the perfect matchup for mibr to start this event, just because, you know, with kind of some of the confusion, the hecticness, and the lack of pressure, and kind of like you don't really have to think about too much because you know the roster changes that are coming. This is a Cloud9 team that hasn't found their footing either, so a chance for these guys to play together, get to warm up against an opponent that's not necessarily going to be able to punish every single mistake you make. I think, oddly enough, this could be an event where mibr goes deep.
It very well could be. It's obviously an incredibly scary lineup, so I wouldn't underestimate them. And I think it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a little bit tricky for some of these more established teams, or at least the teams with their sort of regular lineups, to predict exactly what's going to happen with someone like Swag in, and just the general volatility of the mibr team right now.
I mean, I spoke to him outside before this match went live, and he just said, yeah, I think we're going to do good this tournament as long as I play well. So he's putting a lot of pressure on himself, obviously, coming into this lineup. Not competing at this level for some time. Cloud9 lose a player early on, and they're going to readjust. That's Flusha that went down, and Automatic looks like he wants to lead the way with the AWP. Got one player inside the bomb site, two players over towards top connector. Oh, and Swag. Talk about the pressure put on him. Runs out into the open with utility. Wasn't expecting the contact play.
Definitely not. It's a great illustration of the power of that kind of movement. He was probably waiting for a little bit more of a signal for that jump. Now, Stewie going to be flashed in, trying to see if he can stop the bomb from going down. No, that could have gone horribly, but look at the spam coming through. He actually landed almost all of those bullets. Automatic going to be taking down Stewie. I think that was through the box as well. What a crazy round. Looking for a bit more here. Fallen, there's a grenade landing on top as well. Going to set up for the flashbang, and the retake is on here. 3 versus 4. He's going to pick up 1 kill there on Rush, and now it's a 3-on-3. He misses the flick, and Refresh will take down 2 instead and closes out the round. Cloud9, they're making it back immediately. That was a nice triple there for Refresh.
Oh, it's so unfortunate, Stewie. You could see him waiting for that flashbang. If it was even maybe just a half second earlier, he might have been able to stop that plan and even spray down a double. You can see there some of the upcoming Blast Pro Series events to kick off the next year. Sao Paulo will be first. We'll be going to sunshine-filled Miami after that. Have you ever been to Miami?
I never have, and I've actually never even been to Florida.
You've been doing the gym thing a lot. We'll be able to hit the beaches. We'll get you in a Speedo.
Listen, I've been waiting for my moment to shine, Moses, so you better be ready. Got one at home.
Anders in all his glory.
Leopard stripes and everything.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Just don't even worry about that. Fallen. Oh, they just keep coming through the smoke. I would have said that's a little bit... Oh, my God. Well, even without the smoke, he's lethal. Took down 2, and then the follow-up from Cold Sierra. Another ridiculous round here in this matchup, and Flusha going to be taking down Swag. He walked right into that shot, and 2-on-2 now. Hard to say who's going to win this one. I can't believe that Fallen got that last shot, and Cold Sierra there to follow it up. Now it's all on Flusha. He's got all the time in the world, but this is definitely a weird round.
You can see him just checking his flank. He knows there's so much time, and he wants to make sure there's not a flank close to him, so if he does get that kill at the bomb site, he can move forward. The tough part for Flusha now, because all that Cold Zera has to do is really keep eye eyes on, he doesn't even have to really look into these halls. He just has to make sure Catwalk isn't a danger. And this time that Flush is eating up is going to make that worrisome. But coldzera just has to sit there. Flush is going to have to drop down. That'll give the noise. That'll give the indication they'll have all the information they need.
Yeah, they're really keeping the level of information low for Flusher right now. He hasn't seen or heard anyone. He's just going to have to try and go for it. Throws in a Molotov. Oh my god, somehow he reads it. coldzera is gone and Tarek is there to save the round, but these rounds are just so close.
Yeah, they really are. That positioning from coldzera once he moves behind those pillars in the 2-on-2, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
I think he went a little bit early. That's how Flusha knew it was coming, but this one was ridiculous. Fallen gets himself into save. Look at this, a little two-tap here right at the end. That's gorgeous. Not able to do enough after that, but his teammates bail him out of a tough spot. Nicely done from coldzera on the rotation, and once again, we're all tied up. No team really separating themselves from the other.
It almost looked like, with hindsight, if Fallen had run for the gun that he got from the kill on Rush, maybe that could have made a big difference, but we'll never know. 5-4 now. mibr with a slight lead here in the first half. And some more damage to the economy of Cloud9. They seem to have had a couple of rounds so far where they've had nothing but pistols, really. Galil this round on Rush. Feels like it should be a little bit safe here for the CT side. They should be able to squeeze out another round, and yeah, they've got a UMP and MP9 themselves, so they can actually play a little bit aggressively even. Ooh, nicely done.
Oh, good shot from Refresh. You mentioned it earlier, we couldn't really talk about it. A really good opportunity for him to come stand into this event and show us all what he's got.
Yeah, we actually talked to him in the Blast Pro office before the event.
Okay.
And I mean, my advice to him was to try and really try and bait out the rest of Cloud9 and make himself, you know,
I see.
Usually the sort of a springboard.
I would absolutely expect that to be your advice, knowing the way that you play. You are very much of a baiter yourself.
Just trying to help his career, Moses. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, listen, bro, you're playing for a contract. Don't worry about the team play. Just put some numbers up there.
And no one will remember this later on. They'll just look at the scoreboard and say, man, he got 56 kills in one round. Cover one half. Great. We need him. A little bit damage here. 2 players lost, but they were both the SMG players on the mibr side, so they'll be fine with it. They're not going to worry that much. 6-4, the lead now. They're looking decent, and the Cloud9 economy is not really working out all that much at the moment.
I tell you what the tough part is going to be for Cloud9, because it does seem like Fallen is starting to kind of build up into this game with the AWP, and that's where you can kind of see playing with the stand-in, maybe haven't had a whole lot of time with Golden, end of the year, a little bit tired, as they mentioned in some interviews, and if your smokes aren't in the right place, if your peaks aren't timed properly, that AWP is going to eat you alive, especially in Fallen's hands. There we go, coldzera, a little bit of a shooting gallery, chance for him to warm up, 2 kills, add a third onto it, and he's going to continue. 4 frags for coldzera at the shooting range, and even Kiyoshima with the 1 shot onto Stewie.
They know where he is, and they're not going to play it safe. They just want to hunt him down. They're that scared of the deagle. They lose just the 2. I do like the performance from Cold there. That was kind of nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Stands his ground. He knows he's got 3-4 deagles shooting at him. Doesn't care.
Couldn't have done that with the M4A1, could he?
Forrest could have.
Yeah? Do you think so?
Yeah.
All right.
One of the last holdovers.
A lot of faith.
Always got faith in Forrest.
Yeah.
12 kills on Tarek, 12 on Fallen, and they are your 2-oppers. And even Stewie just says, screw it, I want in.
It's the classic triple AWP setup. Rarely works, but
popularized by the Brazilians themselves.
Yeah. In terms of entertainment factor, it's certainly way up there, isn't it? It's going to be all madness if they have to retake a bomb site with 3 AWPs. I'd love to see that attempted. But if they can get the early kills with it, I mean, it can work for a while, right? If you get a kill and fall back and somebody else gets a kill, and you can sort of roll it into a couple of rounds there, but
you can always swap it out for an AK after this. Could just be a nice little one-trick pony, throw them off, see what they go to next. Maybe they switch into a very fast pace, seeing the 3 ops, and you can catch them off guard. Nice shot from Tarek. There's a gap, and Rush sticks his shoulder right into it. One of the AWPs is down. That was Stewie. Automatic drops him, but certainly they're not expecting 3. They saw 1 connector. Now Fallen's got his. Tarek had his on Catwalk as well.
This is walking in with no warning. I think he thought he saw someone there and did sort of reveal a little bit. And I think automatic, they might have at least Cold has spotted someone there. So he's just ducked and covered. Now refresh. Can he get the timing down right? I can't believe Automatic has managed to walk his way this far onto the bomb site with 35 seconds left. He's going to turn the corner into CT spawn, and he's going to get the immediate revenge frag there. But now he's weirdly stuck, and the bomb is in middle. So Flusher and Automatic, how do they work together to clear this round in 20 seconds? That seems very unlikely. If Flusher goes down with a bomb now, it's pretty much game over, and they're going to go for a very unusual bomb plan. You don't see this very often. He's going to be there to cover as well. Automatic holding the ground, taking down coldzera, and now Fallen and Swag are left. And Swag has been at this ramp the whole time waiting. He's going to get the headshot on Flusher, and now they know Automatic, the last one left on the bomb site here. He's already got the triple, so he's going to go for what? An ace clutch here to try and win the round? Seems very unlikely. He's going to go for a quick peek there. The smoke is going to make it very hard. You expect maybe there's going to be a follow-up flashbang. He gets the leg shot. No scope, following it up. Almost gets it done, but Swag will take him out. And now, yeah, just get on that bomb defuse. I feel like none of these rounds have been anywhere near the standard model, have they?
No, none of them have been easy. And honestly, I don't even think that one should have been that close. With coldzera's positioning, him and Swag could have worked together a little bit better, but obviously there's going to be some lack of cohesion with Swag just standing in. And obviously those are even the scenarios where we've talked about the communication difficulties between mibr, the Portuguese players, the English players. That's where the communication is a little bit off to begin with, switching into English. But that could have been stomped out earlier. Although Automatic knew where coldzera was the entire time. 8-4 now, mibr, despite every round being close, they are starting to separate themselves from this C9 offense. And here we go again. Over towards the A bomb site, two players pressuring B, but actually, this isn't even any kind of a fake, and actually they found the timing, and that's a huge kill for Refresh. Fallen's gonna get here in time to try and recover. He can stop the plant. He's gonna stop the plant. No one covering CT spawn. Refresh was too low for the peak.
So just a slight gap there in the offense. That was otherwise a really great push, and Refresh seems to be doing a good job coming out of those apartments. He seemed very comfortable playing in that area, but they needed the bomb plant because then suddenly the clock would be working against mibr, and now instead it's got really awkward. One more kill for Fallen, and they feel very safe at the moment here. mibr, they know they've got them locked in on the bomb site. Finally they're gonna get one kill, and Flusher actually taking out Tarek. Almost mibr, I feel like getting a bit ahead of themselves, because, again, with no bomb plant, the pressure isn't really on them.
It's a very confusing round with the way that Cloud9 attacked this bomb site at the same time, coordinated with the pressure onto B, and then those two B players faking at holes, able to get great positions in mid, and they've done good work. Flusher cutting off a rotation. 40 seconds left on the clock. Now there's the jump up. That's a bit insane. It's the UMPs. They're desperate. They're trying to find something, anything, and it's Flusher with 30 health.
Conflicted, because part of me wanted that to work and part of me definitely didn't want it to work. They're going to get the round. That's mibr on fire, as you can tell, winning 5 rounds in a row, and a 9-4 scoreline. They are doing a wonderful job at the moment, making sure they get that good first half in. And I think 9-4, I mean, it's not like Cloud9 are, you know, they're not all the way out of it, but it'd be good if they could get just 1 or 2 more rounds in here at the end.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what you're... I mean, obviously, you want to pick up every round possible, correct, Anders?
That's it. Mathematically, Moses, you're dead on. If you need all 15 and a half, you're doing a good job.
That's why I get the big bucks. But yeah, 10-5 would look a lot better than 11-4, even if it is just the one round. Still waiting. Just the one up this time for mibr. They've stopped the insanity.
Oh! That was clean, wasn't it?
Peace.
Yeah, just not even a chance for a reply. Just dead immediately. So, Automatic doing a little bit, but Flusher's kind of low on health, and Automatic took some damage as well. The smoke is going to clear. Just perfect timing for Stewie here. He's going to flash his way in. He's going to take one more peek, not quite. He doesn't really know how many people are looking at this window anyway, so kind of hard for him to take this fight.
There's no utility as well to flush him out. No nades, no Molotov to get him into the open. He can just buy so much time. Keo doing everything he can. One player top mid, so he's going to get it on the crouch slide. Still just toying with Kiyoshima, who is stuck here, trying to open up this position. Meanwhile, Rush has gotten in connector control, and Refresh, he's actually done some great work out Palace and out A ramp. He evens it up into a 3-on-3.
Yeah, some of these plays that he's making, he's kind of setting up himself, right?
Look at Rush. Oh, he's going to get it. Stewie just pinned down the whole time. And there was not enough eyes towards connector. Tarek on this flank, though. He can still be a thorn in the side of mibr, and he hears Kiyoshima. He's just going to wait patiently. He's not going to be able to win it. Somehow he doesn't find it, and it's coldzera 1-on-3. If they go A, he'll have a great opportunity.
15 seconds as well. It's an even better opportunity with that little time left. Is the shadow going to show from that player playing on top? It's Cold taking out one, but there's a player right on top. And he just never knew. I think if Refresh had stepped near the edge, Cold would have seen the shadow, and that would have given it all away. So there's a very, very thin line between them winning and losing that round.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could say that about a lot of rounds in this half.
It's
been a little bit of a brawl, hasn't it? This was really good work from Stewie, obviously. Automatic getting in just as the smoke fades. Follow-up kill was nice as well, but just too long to be in that ladder room with no escape. I think he was a little bit nervous. I don't know if he maybe just felt like he needed a smoke to properly escape with only 20 HP, but either way, there was a timer on how long he could just sit there. Kyo had him pinned down for the majority of the round, and I mean, remember, mibr was just on fire. They had won 5 in a row, and now they're on pistols, and it's at least working out at the start. That just shows you how close these rounds have been, not able to build up any money whatsoever.
Yeah, that is a bit deceptive, wasn't it? Because you would have thought at least they could put together 1 or 2 buys even after losing a round, and that just wasn't the case. Now we're in the 15th round, so they're not going to have they've already bought whatever they can here. Not much of a chance to do anything else. But again, let's not underestimate the Deagle and the CSET 75, maybe especially on Fallen here. Another double kill for him, and he knows Refresh is right behind him. He knows that kill just went down on Swag, so he's going to pick up the AWP and get back around the corner. Yeah, that CSET 75 on Fallen is really scary.
He's been great with it in this game so far. This is just another weird round. Obviously, Cloud9, once Stewie gets that kill and controls those B hulls, I mean, Cloud9's kind of options are very, very restricted. Refresh. Looking for someone to peek, someone to make a move, give him anything, and there's Stewie. Can he do it? This would be a nice little thing to have. And oh, that's a beautiful shot swinging out onto Tarek. He knows there's one in A ramp. He knows exactly where Fallen is. He's looking for coldzera, looking for information, and he's just going to take the risk. Knife out, sneak through the smoke. Oh, and he could fool them all. coldzera's ready, but Refresh has been on point. Here he comes with the peek, and he's going to find that kill as well. Fallen has very low HP, and the B bomb site is wide open, and Refresh might have just bought himself a beautiful clutch highlight.
This is absolutely unreal. Like, I thought he looked very panicked in that 1 versus 4. It looked like he was trying to cover 5 or 6 different angles at once, and somehow he got 3 kills. Perfect aim every single time. And now Fallen sneaking in with a very low health here. An AWP as well against Refresh. Now hiding behind the truck. That bomb planted plain sight. He sees it, and he's going to win the 1 versus 4 against mibr in his debut here at Blast Pro Series. That is going to be one for the books, isn't it?
16 and 11 for him as well, doing great work for this Cloud9 team as a stand-in. And you said it, Anders, they got those last 2 rounds, but I mean, if you look at that, there was, what, a 6 or 7-1 run for mibr. That was a little bit brutal right in the middle portions of that half, but obviously Refresh here at the end, giving them exactly what they needed.
Look at how many places he's trying to look, but every single time he manages to sort of focus his mind and he just takes the perfect fight. That's, well, it's hard to really try and to quantify, to put a number on how hard it is to do that. It's one thing to do it once, but if you do it sort of sequentially back to back,
yeah,
very hard to get that every single time.
And remember, he didn't have any idea where coldzera was.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's the beautiful part about it, the way he's able to find him in that fashion in middle. coldzera is even ready for that peek from window. He's looking exactly for that. Here we go. All 5 players from mibr hitting this A bomb site. Couple smokes on stairs. It's going to be a retake for Cloud9. The question for mibr is, where do they take over? It's going to be CT spawn. Flashbang mistimed. Blinds one of them. There's the follow-up, and great kills from Stewie. 2 headshots very, very quickly.
Yeah, classic play as well from mibr to try and take control of CT spawn. I actually think Cloud9 knew what was coming. They sort of seemed like they were aware of it, but they still weren't able to stop it. Now 4 on 3, but the bomb is down, and it was a quick bomb plant here for the T side. Swag gonna land a headshot to take down Refresh, so things looking much better at the moment. They're gonna be able to clean it all the way up. That puts a lot of pressure on on Cloud9 now, sorry. Winning the pistol round here, mibr should have a decent lead, even realize the new economy making these pistol rounds a little bit more less significant, but still, I think it's gonna be something that they're gonna have to worry about. 10-6. They can't really buy anything just yet.
No, next round is when that'll come out. Still held off. There's those kills from... Oh, my God.
He didn't even know that. I'm going to call it right now.
No, he didn't even... He probably didn't even realize... He was like, how the hell did I get the second kill? He'll take it every day of the week. Very nice from Stewie. And yeah, I think, well, I mean, obviously Cloud9's ready for it because they see the smokes go towards stairs, they see it towards top connector, and they say, all right, if there's smokes here, the odds of mibr pushing through and trying to control jungle is very, very low. So be careful towards CT spawn. They were very cautious, but sometimes you just can't do anything against a play like that from Stewie.
That round was done in us recapping the previous round. We didn't even get to the round, Moses, and it was over.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming a little bit. So I just carried on with my thought.
It's good though. I mean, thanks to Cloud9 for not, wasting our time. Get right into it.
Into the action. We're gonna have it again. Rifles out on board in this third round. Thanks to the new economy. Mac 10 still on Stewie, and we've got the AUG in Automatic's hands.
Yeah, I feel like after the update, we spent a couple of games laughing at it, but I feel like no one's laughing any longer.
No one's laughing anymore. It is funny because we do see some it's still so unusual to see the AUG and the SG 553 make some of those plays. So we still are like, oh my god, an AUG kill.
It worked.
But I mean, that can't last too much longer.
No, we've got to catch up. We've got to change our minds. We spent the last 5 years, Moses, trying to accept the idea that the Galil and the Famaso weapons are cool by. So now I've got to accept the AUG as well.
Yeah, I know.
It's put a lot of pressure on me.
I don't know. The FAMAS to Galil were good back in 1.6 when you played that, so you had to be a little bit used to it.
No, they weren't.
The Galil was underrated.
All right, Mr. Galil.
11-6. Cloud9 must defend. Rush is isolated in the bomb site. Smokes and flames, preventing any of his teammates from getting into the action. And he's got to time his peek. He does it perfectly with a pop flash of his teammate. Tarek's going to get dinked. Can't take the fight. Coldzera swings out. They've done the work. They've done the damage initially. And Cloud9 can actually slow play this. They don't have to make those plays with the smoke like automatic. They can wait for the plant. They had a man advantage, but now there's well more pressure.
Oh, and they actually catch Tarek. That's a great play for Refresh. Clears out one of those angles. Bomb will go down. They tried their best, and they actually almost took down Fallen through the box. Can't imagine he's going to live that much longer. He's still alive. Now in CT spawn instead. Bleeding to death any minute now. The grenade at his feet. I think that could have almost killed him. He gets a headshot as well in Refresh. I can't believe this round that have fallen. Somehow, mibr end up picking up the round. And that's putting 5 together again for them. How, Moses? Help me out.
That's absolutely wild. I mean, Fallen just makes a play that they don't expect whatsoever. Obviously, making that jump across towards CT spawn with the flashbang just to get himself into safety. But you're coming up a ramp, and you're not really expecting that spawn player to peek. You're expecting him to play a little bit safe because the bomb's planted. And Fallen just catches him unawares. Look at these scores for mibr as well. I mean, you want to talk about a team that just has a lot of individual strength and obviously no pressure to play with any kind of a team system, any kind of, I mean, you're going to have basic cohesion, but nothing after that. You have a lot of playmakers on this team. 12-6 scoreline. Seems like it's just been a beatdown, but that first half was so close.
Flusher will take that.
Any day of the week.
Yeah, he was just waiting for it. Just cashing in on time spent in that corner. No, but you're absolutely right. That was a deceptively close first half. Cloud9 just a couple of rounds where they had to eco maybe a little bit more than they wanted to. And mibr skating right on the edge of that full buy zone, which we sort of noticed along the way as well. Now, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be a little bit of a struggle for Cloud9 to make it back. Need to put together a string of rounds here and maybe force mibr into a similar eco. Then we're talking.
It's going to be hard. They're on the more difficult side to kind of get your economy under control. Good kill with the CZ. It's Refresh again. He's been the bright spot for this Cloud9 team. One that includes multiple major trophies. He's going to get the follow-up with an oddly timed peek, and now he sneaks in towards ladder room. I think he still has to reload, which they might hear. 8 bullets left in that, but the flank from Rush. Oh, he could catch Fallen on, or excuse me, Tarek unawares, but he goes for swag on Catwalk. 2 kills for Rush with the P250. And that's a nice upset in this round, and that could be exactly what they needed.
Sometimes some of these plays just, defy analysis, right? Because you're looking at the weapons, you're looking at, still a 4-on-4. You think, surely, mibr just win this one, and then they don't even, in this 4v4, they don't even have any impact. They just get completely taken down.
Yeah, the mobility of that CZ coming around the corner, and obviously really well timed from Rush, or I mean a Refresh, excuse me. You could see Here's the footsteps of that first player, Swag, crossing over. Goes for the follow-up player and gets him maybe a little bit unawares. Good pick for Automatic, but they have to remain aggressive until he's safe. He's got two chances. He can either push in towards B holes or fall back towards Connector. Either way is a risk. And he's still down there, still waiting for the fight. Stewie can see absolutely nothing. This is good utility for Cloud9 to keep their teammate alive and get him out of the risky position.
They had to put down that smoke, and he actually gets the leg shot there on Keo. But yeah, they wanted to extinguish the Molotov at his feet, so made for a bit of a confusing scenario. Swag stationed alone over at the Palace instead. He's just sort of waiting here.
Those are the positions Swag was always very, very good at. Off on his own, away from the main force of the attack, allowed to play his own game, read the own game at his pace. Can be very, very tricky in his isolated positions. It looks like mibr coming through underpass, want to split up Connector. Really allow Swag to pounce and get a couple free kills from behind. Two players in CT spawn, though, on this defense. Automatic and Keo, who's very low. There's a great kill from Stewie, looking for exactly that peak.
Timing really working out in his favor there. Rush gonna pick up one kill. Long spray there for Kiyoshima, but it doesn't matter. He's still gonna be able to do it. And now, waiting around to help out his teammate in shadow. It's gonna be Swag going down, and a good cleanup here for Cloud9, only losing one player. So that was a very successful round, and we were just talking about them being quite far behind, and that picture's really changed now.
Well, there's that breakage of the economy for mibr, so yeah, a chance for Cloud9 to close the gap. mibr got a little bit thrown off. They had that pick towards the ticket booth onto the AWPer, onto Automatic, but they were not expecting Keo to be there. He gets an off-angle frag onto one player kind of coming over those stairs. Defense holds strong, 12-8 in just pistols. There's one deagle, that's on Tarek. He's going to be in mid, and Keo, we saw coldzera willing to just stand his ground and take that fight. Keo not quite doing it, waiting for some flashbangs, a little bit more safety. Still wants it, though. Wants that one bullet headshot. Molotov going to force him into the open, and yeah, Flushes here on Catwalk to help out. They've got one pinned down. There's the nade. Swag with nothing to do. He's going to die eventually. A horrible, painful, drawn-out death.
He's really holding on to it. It's just a Glock, Swag. It's not, even if you get out from that corner, you are still not going to be able to do anything. It's fine, though. They end up surviving with every single member of the Cloud9 team alive into the 22nd round. Should be AKs there on mibr. What can they do? What haven't they really tried? I mean, they haven't had that many rounds on the T side yet, but have you seen any openings right now in the Cloud9 defense that maybe mibr could exploit?
Not necessarily. I think they've done an alright job. I mean, they're still just you're in that phase of the TF where you're still kind of content with 3-round lead of like kind of testing the waters and probing this defense. Like the attempts at mid control, they had some success coming up Connector. Look at this, Stewie. He's just going to go man mode over towards this B bomb site. He's leading the way. He's far ahead of everyone, and oh, he burns alive. That was his Molotov. Add into it the leg shot. Refresh is going to do one more, and he's holding down the fort. He's holding down the bomb site all alone. He knows one is out now. Those shots give it up. He comes out to the other side. Swag can land the shot, and Refresh, a highlight machine in this game with the AWP.
He's way out of control, isn't he? And if we can get the replay of that leg shot on Stewie, that's going to be really funny. Just I hope we can get that at some point later, because that's going to be worth watching. 12-10, 23rd round. But yeah, my God, I mean, as a young player, and you know, obviously the Danish scene is an interesting one, but the step up in terms of pressure for him is really ridiculous.
Is this his first like top level event?
Yeah, I think it has to be. I don't think he's ever played anything like this ever before. And 23 kills in as many rounds, that's kind of crazy. It's
not just the kills, it's the fact that he's bought the rest of Cloud9 so much time to kind of settle down and get comfortable and get into their own groove. Remember, he was far ahead of the rest of his teams in that first half, including a 1 versus 4 clutch.
I had this whole list of excuses that I had got ready in case he wasn't going to be playing well, you know?
Yeah.
New player, new language, you know, not used to you know, maybe this exact level, all the rest of it. Just turns out I don't need them at all. Making it work.
Nade coming in towards Connector. Good peek from coldzera from Palace. That's an awkward fight for Keo. He's at low HP. Would have liked to have that much, much cleaner. The bomb can go down, but they know they wanted to flush out. So many players are so low. That's a pretty nasty drive-by. I don't know how they're going to get into this site, though, and get this bomb planted. They need to take care of Kiyoshima. They know he's low. Or maybe they don't, as coldzera switches out to the op.
Kyo is hearing almost all of that, right? The jumping, the switching, the zooming, and he's just waiting for it patiently. Not able to get it, and back around the corner. So they got the bomb plant down. That's even more than I was expecting. The flashbang setup does nothing to coldzera. And he's thinking about when it's time to peek. Looking into the middle. His teammates in jungle. He's just out in the open, and no one's killed him yet. Finally, they're going to be able to peek him. And now it's all on Swag. He's just doesn't have the health for it. I mean, the Deagle is one thing, but very low on health as well. One more round here for Cloud9.
That was nice, patient play from Kiyoshima. Towards CT spawn. Cloud9's on fire. That's not bad. But yeah, I mean, just the fact that he couldn't find that kill. coldzera has to take a risk somewhere, right? And he just felt so uncomfortable peeking towards CT spawn with that ult. Out in the open, had to take a risk. Good initial shots from coldzera. This follow-up one was quite nice, the drive-by. So he goes right here.
Yeah, lines it up, doesn't he? Yeah. 3 people basically all going for cold there. I mean, even if you got the kill on first, I don't think it would have really mattered.
Remember, this run as well started off with an eco win from Cloud9. 2 kills from the CZ on Catwalk from Refresh, 2 kills on a flank from Rush with a P250, and mibr has not been able to get back into this game. Now, finally with weapons again, but they're a man down already. That'll be Stewie.
Ooh. It's 2 grenades on automatic. And I kind of like the fact that Refresh actually used all that action in the middle to move up to this position. Tarek trying to limit the height of his jump by jumping into the frame of the door there. That's always a good thing, but he still got taken down. And 3 on 5 now. I think it's always worth it, especially if you're holding in some of the extremities on the map. If there's something else happening somewhere else, to sort of use that as an opportunity to maybe think, okay, maybe some of the attention is going to be somewhere else. Maybe I can do something on my side, even if nothing is really happening here.
You need that out of a B player as well, to be able to have that presence. Otherwise, if you just sit far back into the bomb site every single round and you give that opportunity for those fast and those aggressive B plays, it can really punish you down the stretch. 4 on 2 in the favor of Cloud9, and because of the lean towards the B bomb site, 3 defenders, Rush has pushed up towards A ramp, so he's at least protected himself from any kind of a split coming up connector. This needs to be a kill for Swag. He's got the bomb as well, it's been spotted. His teammate does fall. coldzera gets picked off by automatic, and more aggression from Refresh. He's going to get 30 kills in this game, Anders. He's got 25 right now.
That's a little bit of a debut, isn't it?
That is an exclamation point of a debut. He better dab.
He better not, Moses. I feel like
give up and give him a dab.
I feel like there's going to be no way that the downside is surely that means the next game we're going to be like, yeah, well, okay, it was only the first game, you know, it couldn't keep going. Like if you set the bar so high, right? What's going to happen the rest of the tournament?
We'll see.
Can't get 30 kills every game, can he?
You never know. Flusha with 1 kill, coldzera to return, but he's down very low. And automatic is actually going to pick one off at range. Automatic with his AWP has been quite an issue for mibr. Kiyoshima swinging out wide, not able to get 2. coldzera still very low HP, but 2 kills in the round. Evens up the situation, but another clutch. 1 minute and 20 on the clock. Plenty of time for mibr, but Refresh is going to go for the flank, which means automatic is going to stay passive with that AWP. There's a chance here as coldzera swings wide. But automatic's already given up the angle. I imagine he'll just go back towards Catwalk to get a more elevated glimpse into the bomb site. Oh, what a punish.
Yeah, that's a strange position, because it actually looked like automatic had a couple of seconds there, but I don't think he realized that was a leg that was sticking out from that wall. It was very weird. The question is, oh, they're going to go towards the B bomb site. So Refresh, otherwise this would have been an amazing play, but he's going to show up and find an empty bomb site. And what does he do with that information, I wonder? 40 seconds. He's going to realize he can catch even just one. They're making their way in.
He can.
Oh, it's going to be very close, isn't it? Right around the corner, and he does line up the spray. Pretty long range to be spraying, and he still takes down Tarek. So, yeah, he pretty much knows at this point, doesn't he? Bomb will go down. This is still very hard. If you're refreshing and coming into this B bomb site, there are a lot of angles to cover. Cold going a bit aggressive here. 3 health or so on him, almost nothing left. A lot of noise being made here by the Danish player, and he's going to get a bullet straight to the face. coldzera Not even afraid. 13 health, sorry, and he just went aggressive.
They're matching each other blow for blow as well. coldzera 26 and 15, Refresh 26 and 15, just even each other out. And who better but to deliver if you're mibr and you need rounds. 13 HP after that first kill, and he adds 3 more onto it with that health. Beautiful round from coldzera. Even the one-on-one clutch. Sending a message to the youngster. He's been here before. He's been the best player in the world for 2 years.
Yeah, and you feel like... You don't feel like that's sort of, you know, a thing of the past. I feel like it's a question of time before coldzera comes back in that sense. I don't know about you, but I just feel like that's sort of like a little bit of a dormant volcano at the moment.
He's got his boy coming back.
Yeah, that's
Taco's
a good
on
point.
his way. And that was always a lot of the discussion around coldzera's power was how well he played with Taco and how many opportunities Taco's able to open up for him. So he's got to be happy about that.
Yeah, getting someone who can set him up for all the right scenarios.
See if the magic is still there. You never know. It's been a year.
But wouldn't that be you know, a tragic end to that little story? I hope that's not how it's going to work out. I think they're going to be fine. I think, like I said, I think there's still some activity underneath all of that is coldzera. 26th round now. And really a close game. More, a little bit more, maybe justice for those of us watching here than the first half, which just, I mean, it was close, it just didn't really show it on the scoreboard. Now, we're really getting that.
Stewie's so mad, he just got spammed. Below half HP. He's got a Mac 10. I don't know if, maybe, I don't think they can assume. Remember, Cloud9 was on fire there for some time, so I don't think that mibr surely not reading that this is going to be a save of some sort. Maybe just having the Mac 10 so we can get a little crazy aggressive with the mobility. Mid control for coldzera. He's done it all on his own. He's just going to lurk here in mid. Maybe find a timing to peek up. Connector towards the A bomb site once the utility is used over at B. Catch someone trying to rotate over. Maybe slow things down. Give his teammates a 4-on-2 at this part of the map.
Good flashbangs to set it up, and Flusher's going to get caught. You talked about mobility. That's exactly what happened to Flusher there. And Stewie with one more kill. His Mac 10 getting a lot of production out of it. Perfect timing for Automatic. Even if they had flashed him, it still worked out. That's a 3-on-3 now, but look who's in the middle waiting. It's still coldzera.
Yeah, but that's frustrating. He hasn't done anything. This is so sketchy. They're going to take their time with this retake, which might buy him that time to get this flank on. This is really worrisome. Yeah, Kyo's watching it.
They're thinking about it. Timing is going to be very good indeed. coldzera to hit a headshot, taking down Kiyoshima. And now Stewie waiting at the edge. It's almost like he wants to push through that smoke. A little bit classic Stewie situation as Rush gets 2 kills just like that. It's a 1-on-1. coldzera falling all the way back, and Automatic on the other side with the AWP, and he's going to win that fight, no problem. Just in time, I think, for that defuse. Very, very close to the timer there, and not a lot of seconds left.
Super unfortunate. coldzera had to take that peek from Catwalk because of where the bomb was planted. He had to have that fight, and also if Automatic maybe misses that, he's in a position to kind of chase down the defuse. But that's pretty heartbreaking for mibr. That one's going to hurt because that was 12-12, and coldzera gets a 4 kills and their first round in some time to tie this, or to go up 1 round. And now they lose the ensuing. So not a whole lot of money for them. I really do think that flank from coldzera could have been way more, maybe just a little aggressive. I would have liked to have seen some delay because even though they have success at getting into the site, he's in mid and it's a 3-on-2 at that bomb site for Cloud9. It's kind of tough to make that work sometimes, and great awareness from Cloud9 to keep their eye on the flank throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, they kind of knew what was coming. Grenade, I think, is going to be a little bit too up in the air. Getting some presence on this bomb site, but they can't really take the fights easily. They lost 2 already. No bomb plan yet. Tariq with a burst fire out, trying to see if he could run down Automatic. Wasn't really able to, so they're going to lose. Nobody on the Cloud9 side. Now they're at 14 rounds. And, I mean, for both teams, given the structure of this tournament, given the round-robin format, it's going to, I think this is a really important game. Because some of the games coming up later are going to be very, very hard to win.
That's kind of the big problem is if you're mibr, you really want this win because you've still got Navi, who's got some very talented players, even if they aren't necessarily playing well. NIP has been playing well lately. You have Astralis, obviously, so you've kind of got some of the heavy hitters yet to face. You got FaZe still out there as well. So this is a map that you really, really want to give you a buffer for some of those games.
Yeah.
Zera gonna get tagged up through the wall.
Could have maybe even been dead, I think, but makes it back around the corner, and they get some control here of the ladder room. And actually, Automatic just gave up window as well. You said, all right, I'm not even going to stick around. Just going to maybe cover it from kitchen instead, and with the back of Kiyoshima as well.
That's a gamble of a fight from Flusha. Really rolling the dice there. He comes out alive, but a little bit beaten up. So is Kiyoshima. Cloud9, I think, happy to give mid control over to mibr, saying, this is the first round you've won in a while. You don't have a lot of money. What are you going to do from here? You don't necessarily have all the utility to make it into these bomb sites. Man advantage is going to be extremely helpful, but Rush still has great positioning on A ramp, and if they don't clear that out, he can punish this. There's a number of times that Cloud9 have done this setup. 3 players kind of cheating over towards the B bomb site with Rush pushed up on ramp. Maybe it's Palace. But since mibr is not clearing this out, they're more than happy to kind of take these positions. Stewie's going to have a big job to do, and that Shadow is going to give it away if he goes along that back wall.
And there's not going to be a lot of time after that. 30 seconds. So if Rush wins this fight and gets the bomb on the other side, that's an incredible peak on the other side for Stewie. Molotov going to go up at his feet, and he will win it. Now they realize no one's there, and they're going to get a couple of kills. That's Refresh, who was pushed up all the time over at the B bomb site. Fallen going to go for the peak here. 15 seconds. The bomb will go down. It's still a 2-on-3. This could be kind of devastating. If Cloud9 win this round, then the best mibr can hope for is a tie, and then they split the points, and that is not what you want. You want the win. A tie is definitely not good for mibr in this matchup. Quick flick there from Fallen, taking down Automatic. I like to see some of that. He is an incredibly fast AWP player. I love to see it every single time. Now, bomb quite far ticked here as Cloud9 trying to get a bit closer to the site. Perfect timing. Tarek going to be taking down Refresh. They might not be able to do this one. Flusher, I think he's too low on health and too low on time. And mibr finding a way out. Knife is out, and Tarek will take it down. That's a very, very important round win.
That's huge. Nice job from Fall and get that one pick, fall into the safety of CT spawn. That flank took such a long time to come in. Flush on low HP. Nice work from Stewie and Swag. Even though Stewie loses that fight, Swag's able to clear out Rush. That was the important kill. Even with their 2 teammates dying on the other side of the map, able to get into the site and clear out that defense. Cloud9 finally punished for that setup. They still have good amount of cash in the bank, though. So Cloud9, even if they lose this round, they'll be able to fight for the last to, as you said, go for that tie.
Double up there on the Cloud9 side, and this time they left Tarek instead of Swag over at the A bomb site, so not sure if that's really super significant, but a bit of a change for mibr nonetheless. Pretty good defense over at the B bomb site right now for the CT side here. It's the AWP if you try and cross, and if you try and jump out, then M4 on the low ground. Fallen will take down Kiyoshima, so it's a good start now for the T side. What are they going to do? They got so much time now.
Yeah, over a minute. Got utility. They're going to try and take over mid. Automatic might be able to pick one off. That would be a great way to find an equalizer, especially because you had Flusha on Catwalk ready to fight with you. And they run boost across, and actually Automatic didn't even see it, but Cold Zera couldn't land it. Flusha bails him out, and the strength of this setup is shown off quite nicely. Automatic with 2 picks. They don't smoke him off, they don't Molotov, they don't flash it. He's able to have plenty of opportunities. Cloud9 with another advantage.
Oh, the timing. Stuck around for a second there, Swag. Maybe that Khalil could have done something. I think the time is ultimately what's going to make it impossible for them to win this round. 22 seconds. They have to make noise the whole way running onto a bomb site. They can't really wait around any longer, and that's the bomb down. Refresh finding one more kill, and Swag in the middle. And, I mean, it's not possible at this point. Can't actually get to a bomb site in 10 seconds, so he's going to have to try and fall back instead. That's going to put Cloud9 on 15 rounds. I think already that's gonna be a little bit upsetting for mibr. Now they have to fight for that tie.
It was 12-6 at one point for mibr after they won the pistol in the first round in this half. This has been a phenomenal comeback. That's what now, 9-2 run for Cloud9 in this second half. This offense from mibr just getting stagnant, nowhere for them to go. The Ops as well, doing great damage. Refresh with 1, peering towards Catwalk. Automatic with 2. And look what mibr have to fight with. It's nothing that's going to make you happy.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Hold on to your butts.
Exactly right, Moses. I guess wow, they do sort of have a triangular setup here at the bomb site. Grenade gonna come all the way in. Kiyoshima landing that first one. Rush there on the crossfire, and Kiyo cleaning it up right now, doing a fantastic job. 3 kills for him in a couple of seconds. And Cloud9 1 versus 5, and it's gonna be the AWB definitive 16-14 against mibr.